were solid and simple tonight. There were parts of our game we didn't care for much last night. They kind of found a way to win, but I thought we were good, solid and simple here tonight on back-to-back. Kind of corrected some of the things that we didn't do well last night, kept our game fairly straight-lined, and not a lot of panic in our game. I thought we were pretty good.
You talked this morning about a young guy like Anton Lundell getting one and regaining his confidence.
So true.
That just kind of happened.
Probably could have had one or two more. And I think young players, it weighs on them more because they don't have the experience of what it takes to get out of a tough stretch, and it was weighing on him for sure. But he's got hands around the net. I mean, the breakaway goal just shows what he can do. He's one of our shootout guys because he's so gifted with it. And when you're tight, your hands don't loosen up, but he looks like he's back at it.
Tkachuk hitting 100 points, back-to-back seasons, becoming the fourth player in NHL history to do that with different teams.
Yeah, nobody ever lets those guys out, right?
What impresses you most about what he's done this season, considering the fact that he's with a new team, new head coach?
He's gotten, I don't know if he had any in the past. I won't comment on his Calgary days. There's no cheat in his game. So really, really good players anticipate, and then just good players cheat, right? We have a different word for it. He doesn't have any of that. He's not hanging in behind the play. He doesn't stretch plays. He's not trying to do things with the puck that are all offense with no understanding of the cost of the defensive game. His defensive game has gotten way better. And I'll put him at the end of the game because he has an incredible set of hands, but he also has a really good idea how to defend. If we needed him to, if we could afford the minutes, we'd have him kill penalties because he just gets it. He's just such a bright man on the ice.
Alex Lyon, another big win in 48 hours. What do you think about the mental force that he talked about it, just shaking off that early goal and getting right back to work?
Well, that's been a bit of his story here. He's just made some incredible saves for us, and he's had some ones that he wanted back, right? So it doesn't seem to shake him up. I thought our team, as good as he was for us last night in getting those 2 points, I thought we gave him an opportunity to shake it off because we didn't give much up right after that. We tightened our, we weren't even loose, right? Everything came from the outside, gave him a chance just to settle into his game. Made a couple of really big saves in the second period, one more in the third. I didn't think after that he was too busy.
You talked about it recently, one of those games where it seemed like you guys won it both nets.
Yeah, we were all right there. We were heavier in front of our net than we have been for a little bit, just in terms of cleaning up pucks. It wasn't a physical game. I didn't feel at all. And then we were able to get to there enough. How did
you take care of the fact that after a big win like tonight against a big team, you were facing a weaker team? No offense to the Canadiens, but sometimes we see teams come in here believing it's going to be easy, and they get swamped. You did not. Was that in the preparation of your team something that you addressed? I'd
love to tell you how brilliant I am and how I handle that. I think it's the weight of the situation that we're in. We're not in a position to take anybody lightly. Like we've beaten Chicago and had to come back in the game, but we were playing all right in it. We have, I think we've played pretty darn well. We've got losses against the bottom end teams in the league, but not respect losses. We put up some big shot numbers. Their goalie stood and said we lost games. I didn't feel all year we've been disrespectful, and rightfully so. We're on the outside like the other 16 teams are fighting for it. So I think we've been that team all year. We've been pretty respectful. That and the games Montreal, I don't think you can look at the games that we've played against Montreal and say anything about the Montreal Canadiens, because I've watched them play against teams. They play fast, they hard. Look, they get 8 guys out of their lineup and have had major pieces out all year. Nobody. Doesn't matter. Nobody's winning with that. You cannot win in this league without the minute players they've had. So they play hard. They've got good spirit. They compete. They're like us. They've lost goalies. They've gone through all the things you can, but they've probably found their character here, and they're going to be a real good team real fast. Okay, guys.